What up, world? This your boy Jay Solo.
It's your girl Key in the building.
And this the Play It Loud podcast.
Let's go.
Key, we back up in this thing. Appreciate everybody who been tuned in so far, man. Subscribing the YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, what else we on? Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in and downloading the episodes, man. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. We had some technical difficulties with the last episode. We couldn't get it edit it down. Something happened with the technology, but stuff happened.
Now we good though.
But we back in this boy, man. Yeah, we like back in this boy. Left. Like we never left. We got new mics. We in this
Upgrade.
thing. So this full episode is going to be about the Netflix documentary Rumble, the Indians Who Rocked the World.
Yeah. Came
out in 2017. You know how Netflix be playing games with us and just pop something back up on your algorithm or whatever, man. I guess because they see we've been on music lately, they just threw it back up there.
Right.
The documentary is pretty interesting, man.
Very interesting.
We're gonna talk about it, the whole thing. Like they really do a deep dive into like the Native American and indigenous people,
right,
who merged with the African Americans, the slave trade, and they all like work with each other. Some Indians portrayed to be black, some blacks portrayed to be Indian, depending on where they was at in the world.
Yeah.
But
took me by surprise. It's a really good documentary.
It started making you look at them family photos and portraits.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute, look like that lady on that documentary.
Right. Hey, make you start to question a lot of stuff about you.
Yeah. So, where you want to kick this thing off first, Key?
Well,
because it's so much.
It's a lot.
It's so much,
whole lot,
man.
Y'all. But I would like to start off with Charlie Patton.
Charlie Patton.
He was a blues singer.
Right.
And that part of the documentary took me on a loop because I had no idea what I was about to see about Charlie Patton and how the impact was. Hey, y'all got to watch this documentary, man. Yeah,
it's tough, man. He, from Mississippi? With the Chowta, is it Chowta?
Chowta.
Chowta. We gonna mess up names because we Chowta ancestry, man. He was in Mississippi, Indian.
Yeah.
Indian, man. Like they say he's the original raw blues singer.
Yes.
Like if you go back and listen to it, it just sounds so like crackly and just like raw.
Yeah.
But like you can tell that's Indian tribe of how he's singing.
Yep, just his mumble that he sung. You couldn't quite really understand what he was saying because he was mostly mumbling.
Right.
Something like James Brown a little bit.
You know what's crazy? Now you just said that, it kind of sounds like mumble rap. Would they be with that fake singing jump?
Right.
But like you feel it. You feel it's a different type of spirit though when he's singing it, man. Because you hear the drums. And like the way he played they were saying like the way he played the guitar was like a drum.
Right.
Like how they used to run the strings with their raw finger, no picks or nothing.
Just raw.
And like they used to tap on the drum at the same time, man.
Yeah. And that too.
With the drums. Like when they I knew about it, but like when they reset it in the instrumental in the documentary, where they said they replaced the drums with guitars, and the guitar became their new drum set.
Yeah,
how they used to tap on that boy and play it, man.
Yep.
Yeah, they go deep into that, and like they said, it was illegal.
Yes.
To own the drum set because it was a form of communication, letting people know like, hey, it's time to get the battle and rebel.
Right. And let's do it.
Man, hey, they go deep into it, man.
Yeah.
They go deep into it. They showed the Indians and the black people all working together, even the poor white people.
Right.
Which is the same thing it is now.
It is.
Like the poor white people don't even realize, like Dave Chappelle said, hey, Donald Trump ain't running for you. He working for me.
Exactly. It's a lot to pay attention to though, man. It's the same kind of struggle, a little harder, but yeah.
And like it by them saying that in the documentary with the drums and all that, like when you watch them old westerns or like any type Indian movies, before anything break out, what you hear?
Doom, doom. You hear that?
Man, you hear them drums,
you hear
man.
that?
You hear them drums. It was a thing on I think it was Facebook a while ago. The dude, they was at a restaurant and they was like, man, we're gonna test this out. They was in like the back or whatever, and I say, I guarantee people gonna get up and start dancing. And they start playing the drums. Everybody started looking around like, what is going on?
But hold up.
And they added more rhythm to that, boy. Next thing you know, these people to put their food down, it turned into a whole party in the restaurant.
Thing, boy, them drums got a big impact on how you feel.
Man, listen.
That's the heartbeat.
That's the heartbeat. That's the heartbeat, man. That's the heartbeat. Speaking of heartbeat, let's talk about your boy, who they mentioned in the documentary. Randy Castile.
Oh, yeah.
He was Indian, Apache drummer.
Yes. One of the best.
One of the best to do it, man. One of the best to do it. He worked with Ozzy Osbourne. Toured with like everybody, man. One of the best drummers ever, man. What stood out to you about Randy Castile?
The way he played. I mean, I heard him, but I didn't, he used to put on the show.
Right.
But the way he played it was a little different than a drummer that you would normally hear. Yeah. That sound, they had their own little thing that was sticking there, but the way he played, like, it was like aggressive, a fight.
Yeah. It was like a fight, man.
Yeah. It was aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, that's up, man.
It was a power. It was a power beat, heartbeat.
Yeah.
Man.
Like when he did that, do, and it had the crowd going crazy.
Yes. And that's all he had to do was that, doom.
That's
it was just, man.
That's it. Man, it was like a fight. It's like he was fighting the drums. Yeah. He was trying to break them things, but it sound good. Like it didn't sound raggedy.
Right.
It just felt like power playing.
Power through that.
Yeah.
Just the vibration from hitting that drum was like everything.
Man, listen, I want to learn how to play.
Me too. I want to learn how to play something. Hey, after watching that documentary, I'm finna test some stuff out right now. I'm about to go get me some of this stuff and see if I can play it.
He got a documentary too. I'm not sure what it's on, but he got a full documentary speaking about his whole life and him being Mexican and Apache, and like how he like merged both of them cultures and like that was his sound. That what got him to the drums.
That's awesome.
Because the Mexican tribe and the Apache tribe. Yeah. And they talked about his family, like his part, they reservation where they was from. Yeah, was right by Mexico.
The
Aztecs and all that, and like how the Mexicans can enter the U.S. if they chase the Indians into the U.S.
Right.
Or the Indians chase the Mexicans back to Mexico, they'll be able to enter the Mexico. Right. That's crazy.
A trip, man. Yeah. I had no idea. And them oh man. Y'all gotta watch that documentary. It's so informational.
It's good. It's good, man. It's if you deep in the music, man, how we go deep with it and like feel the music, you'll love this documentary, man. Cause they go deep with it. They go real deep, man. Yep. What about I didn't even know. I thought he was not Indian. I thought he was like Mexican, Chinese or something. Taboo.
Yeah,
from Black Eyed Peas. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he Mexican. He Mexican Indian. What is Shoshan? Shoshan. And like, I'm just just being ignorant. Like he used to wear the Indian mask and all that. He did, but if you look at him, it don't really look like that.
No, it kind of reminded you of Bruce Lee when he played.
The dude that played Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I was like, kind of when I saw it, I'm like, dang, that's Indian.
Was that it looked like the dude that was in Indian in the cover.
Yes.
Was that him in the documentary?
That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like.
It do. It looked exactly like that.
He done grew up now, ain't he?
Right. He got big. Look, that's the same guy. I'm telling you. But the guy that inspired him though. Mm-hmm. What was the name of that song?
Oh, Redbone. Redbone. Come and get your love. I know all these songs. Our mama back over here in the cut. She over there trying to hide her face. We gonna get her on camera.
We gonna get her one day.
We gonna get her on camera. For everybody who listen, just the audio, we actually do a live, or not a live, but we do a video version too on YouTube and Facebook and everything, man. So y'all tune in. But Redbone, man. Come and get your love. Man. Come and get your love, dog.
And that, what was it? Let's Get It Started.
Let's Get It Started.
When the Black
Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas sampled Come and Get Your Love for Let's Get It Started.
Yeah.
That running.
Awesome.
The drums and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, it
was surprising.
It was so much information. I had to stop and watch it for 2 days.
Right. Take a pause.
Because I was like, yo, man, this is deep.
Yeah.
This is deep, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about more about the African American, like the slave trade and how they start working with the Indians and migrating with the Indians. That's how a lot of us got Cherokee in our blood and good hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't really talk about because it's always a bad part of everybody's culture. They didn't talk about how the Indians did some of the slaves,
right?
Because some of them enslaved us too and had us working for them.
They did.
Yeah, they ain't really talk about that in the documentary. They just talked about how we worked together, and basically just connected and just grew that whole culture and all that. Mm-hmm. The African Indian, how they merged the music and created the pre-blues, pre-jazz, pre-rock and roll, and everything.
Yeah.
And how the banjo was not a white instrument. With the man with the suit just standing up there with ding 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 ding.
That wasn't that.
It was the first 100 years. It was considered an African instrument.
Yeah.
And was played on plantations.
Hey.
I didn't know that.
Me either.
I did not know that.
Me either. But just knowing that and hearing, because I'm a fan of the instruments. I love listening to live music. Mm-hmm. So I heard someone play the banjo and the feeling that I got from it. Yeah. But when I heard that, I was like, well, that's why. Yeah.
Because when I initially heard the banjo, I was like, man, it's that white people sound. I don't want, where's the drums and something else? I want the blues guitar. So, but the way she played that, boy.
Hey, I'm telling you, it made you want to do footwork.
No pick, just fingers. I think that's the thing about it, man. When you go through the pain of playing something or creating something with your hands, it sounds different.
Better
than using tools to make it happen.
Right. It's like
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like a using a power tool versus using the
actual hammer,
the actual wrench or the hammer or something like that. It's most sensation when you just twist that boy up in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know it's tight because how much force you can put on it. Mm-hmm. So you know you're not finna strip it out.
Right.
You're going to get the sound that you want by playing that, man.
You might lose a string here and there.
Yeah.
You don't have to retune back up. But boy, that sound that it make.
Man, original. That banjo, they play that banjo, it sounds totally different, dog.
Made me want to get up and do some footwork. I don't even know how to do that, but I would have learned on that. I'm telling you, boy. That was amazing, though. Yeah. But I definitely didn't know that banjo, was African.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the, like you say, Charlie Patton, man. He come from that. He come from that, man. He was native. He was native, white, Creole, and African.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then that ties back into the New Orleans scene.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Man, that's a whole nother thing, y'all. Like, wow. The Indians went over to New Orleans.
To hide. Yeah.
To hide. Those people helped them.
To hide and mix in with the black people.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the Indians, the dark Indians, man.
The Choctaw.
They look black. They look like us.
Mm-hmm.
They look like us.
They
like,
look like us. I was blown away. And I always wondered, too, when we visited New Orleans some time back, I was looking for the people on they call it the first, the second line, but those ones that wear that feather.
The feathers. The big feathers and all that.
Yeah, I never knew the story behind that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just watching this documentary and them telling us that the Indians were the ones that inspired them.
Yeah.
So they wanted to represent that. So they wore their own way of how they did their feathers.
And if you see them people, when y'all watch this documentary, like when they first show the scene in New Orleans and they start talking about the people, just by looking at the people, you be like, oh, they black people in New Orleans.
Right.
They were like, nah, we Indians.
They Choctaw.
They black, like they darker than us.
Yeah.
They darker than us. And it was like, man, nah, we Indian.
Yeah.
Our grandparents and all that, they came down here and they just lived here.
Yeah.
And they mixed in because they were so dark looking like black people. And then all that's the gumbo.
Yep.
That's New Orleans gumbo. Everybody, that's the mix. The black, the African Americans and the Indians.
And the Haitians.
It's just crazy. The Haitians too. The Haitians too, man.
Yeah.
And how they got the garments and all that.
Yeah.
And see, like, the thing I be jealous about is, like, these people have got their culture still.
Yeah, they still have it.
They still got their culture.
They strong with it.
Like, we don't have it.
Nope. We don't identify.
We try to identify with African culture and all that, but it's like, that's too far.
Yeah. Like, man, that's a little work though.
And the images they show us is way before civilization in Africa, man. Them people got buildings and cars and full electric and all that over there, man. Like, that's the part that I be jealous about, man.
Yeah.
How the Indian people and the people from that era, they still got their culture, man.
Still, and they strong too.
Mm-hmm.
Play
Chiefs.
with it if you want.
Yeah, chiefs. All of them know how to play instruments.
Everyone.
All that.
Like, they doing things, and they growth is like forever.
Right.
Land, all of that stuff.
All
and
the
they ain't
land,
complaining
all
at all.
Mm-mm.
Man.
It's tough, man.
Hey.
It's a lot. This documentary get deep, dog.
Definitely want to make you want to research even more. Like, after just watching that, it's gonna make you want to just go ahead and just find out who you are.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Let's talk about the Howlin' Wolf.
Oh yeah.
The Howlin' Wolf. Let's bring it back to Charlie Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Patton is the one who showed and taught Howlin' Wolf how to play.
Yes.
Like he played. Mm-hmm. And the Howlin' Wolf basically took it.
Too.
Yeah, he was he wasn't Indian either. He wasn't Indian. He was just one of the blacks that was part of that. Remember, they went to what's the place that was called?
That juke joint.
The Dockery Farms.
Right.
The Dockery Farms, where the blacks, the Indians, and the whites all was there. Mm-hmm. Howlin' Wolf went through there and met Charlie Patton, and Charlie Patton, he taught him how to play that sound, and like he was the one that took it mainstream.
Right.
Like he give him his credit and all that, but he the one that took it mainstream.
And
somehow.
Shout out to the Beatles for making that happen.
Yeah, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and all that, man. Like even that, how they recognize that black people, African people, and Indian people just got a different sound.
And they wanted it.
They wanted that sound.
They
got these people flights to go out the country just to play so they can just
hear it. They was fascinated by it.
And be in the sound.
You heard him tell the man that was hosting the show to shut up?
What, man?
He told the man to shut up, man, and let the man come out here and sing. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They was really inspired by him, man.
Yeah, they did. They told, hey, man, shut up, man. Hey, come on.
Come on. Hey, I think he invented the twerk, too.
Man, oh, man. You talking about,
what was I there getting?
He was, man, hey, he was getting it.
He was getting it, boy.
Dog, they was so musically inclined, dog.
Yeah. With
the guitar, the harmonica, dancing, they voice, that blues, just raw, gritty voice.
Yeah. Not polished at all. I mean,
it wasn't polished.
Raw.
They ain't put no mix on that joint. They want that joint raw. Yep. They wanted it raw.
Exactly. You made a hum that was wrong, they kept it.
It was like, that's the spirit coming out of there. Leave it.
Leave it in there. Leave it. And he left it.
And he left it.
It
was me. Let's talk about the light-skinned lady that was Indian. She looked at, if you look at the black and white of it, she looked like a white lady, but she was Indian. Mildred Bailey.
Yeah, she did.
She inspired.
Her voice,
yeah, man.
That was a shocker, too.
Yes.
Because you know what? I'm really not I like jazz, but I'm like the women that sung jazz back then and they voice. Yeah. It was kind of annoying to me.
It was kind of annoying.
But watching this documentary, and knowing where that voice, that sound comes from, I changed my mind.
Yeah. It's cause it's like we know, cause watching it make you change your mind because you know, but she don't sound like the rest of them though.
She a little different.
She got a different flavor. And you know what else I caught? She was cussing.
She was?
Yeah.
What?
Man, you ain't see it. See, I watch stuff with the subtitles. Y'all got to start doing that.
Oh, she was cussing?
If you watch that with the subtitles, she's cussing as she's singing.
I got to go back on that.
Yeah, she in there cussing.
Hey, this is my second time watching it, y'all. Last night I had to cut it short, but I'm going to have to go back and see that.
Yo, so Mildred Bailey, she was in New York in the 20s and 30s. The first female jazz singer. She influenced Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra said he would have never did it if it wasn't for her. Frank Sinatra.
That was big.
And everybody else after that. But yeah, she was cussed. She was Indian. Cora, I don't know how to say it. Cora
something.
Cora de
Alien Chicky.
Yeah, reservation. Hey. Straight Indian, Idaho Indian.
But straight she look Indian. White, but she is Indian, white. Y'all.
And yeah, she got color to her, but back then everything was black and white. So like when they showed the part with color, you can see she look, you know what I'm saying? You can tell. You can tell. But man, you know, I rock with, she made her own beer. She had her own brewery at the Speakeasy.
Business brewery inside there.
You know, I rock with that. Get the
she
money.
Was sliding bills down that counter.
Sliding bill. She was like, I'm going to get y'all in this dough. And y'all going to pay for me to sing. And she was the first female with a radio show.
Wow. See? And then she inspired
Mildred Bailey, man.
Yeah, Mildred Bailey.
Yes, sir.
That was cool, though.
Yes, sir. But she was cussing, though.
I ain't even know that. I'm gonna
she was a bootlegger, cusser, radio host.
Gangster lady.
Gangster. Idaho Indian, dog.
That's so cool.
Nah, this show tough, man.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Y'all gotta watch this doc, man.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta watch this doc. It's something serious, man. If you into it like that, if you into music like that, man, it's on Netflix. Called Rumble, the Indians Who Rock the World. Man, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And I won't be surprised if it's even more artists that, you know, that's out there that were Indian that we just, like, now don't know.
Right.
Like, that's another thing what they was talking about where they couldn't let people know that they were Indian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They had to hide it and just, like, play off like they were Mexican or, like, Hispanic or something like that.
Right.
And they used to hide it, man. Shout out to this my guy, man. This my guy. Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
That's my guy, the man in black.
Too.
That's my guy.
He
took that what's your boy? What's the first dude they had? Link Ray. He took that Link Ray sound on that Line of Fire, and not Line of Fire, Ring of Fire,
and put them words to it.
Man.
Down.
Dog,
Hey.
shout out to my boy Johnny Cash, man. And what's the other guy? Lay Faridge. Lay Faridge. He was Indian. He was Indian. In that time, that's who Johnny Cash went and got the sound from.
Yeah.
He went to him directly, was like, hey man, do you mind like if I use your sound and your lyrics to make my version of it?
Right.
Because I can get more exposure. I'm Johnny Cash right now.
Right.
So Johnny Cash made a whole like Indian inspired album and it got canceled.
Yep.
It got censored. They blocked it from even coming out. It was called Bitter Tears. Mm-hmm. Nobody would play it.
Nobody.
He had to get it pressed himself and go out and try to get DJs to play it. Nobody would play it because they talking about they felt guilty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nobody would play it, man. Shout out to Johnny Cash, man.
Yeah, shout out.
Like that's
big.
That's appropriate. That's cultural appropriation, dog. Like go to the people and get permission.
Right.
To use their sound and their lyrics. Don't be a culture vulture.
First.
Don't be a culture vulture. Don't just say, oh, they ain't even hot. I'm just going to take this.
No, man. Do it respectfully.
And Johnny Cash let you know, like, hey, I ain't got not an ounce of Indian blood in me.
Right.
It's just the message that they saying and the sound that they got is like, I want to try to help these people get the word out, man.
Yeah.
And they canceled the whole album.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can get it now, but it was banned. It was canceled.
I'm going to look for it.
Yeah. Bitter Tears, man. Shout out to Johnny Cash, man. That's my guy, man. In black, they be talking about, man, why you got on Johnny Cash shirt? Any white racists?
Watch that documentary.
Man, that's my guy.
He'll change your mind. He was a good guy, though.
And my boy who played the Joker played Johnny Cash in the movie. So you know I'm rocking with that. My boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The lady also, Buffy Santa Marie.
Yeah. She was more like a soul singer, so she like a Erykah Badu.
She was like a Matter of fact, you can give her credit for like that whole like folk, spoken word blended with music. She was the original of that. Yeah.
They banned that lady,
and she ain't polish it either.
No, she didn't.
She was raw.
What she meant.
She had a slow tempo for you to vibe to, but she was rapping.
Yeah.
She was rapping, man.
That Indian music, y'all, it comes from like almost every genre of music you can think about. They had their foot in it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it couldn't come out because they had to hide who they was.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was she was out in like the whole hippie era and all that. So she kinda was able to push it.
Yeah.
But then she eventually got blackballed.
Yeah.
Got blacklisted by the FBI and the CIA. And they basically took her right off TV and radio ASAP.
Took her right out of there.
And in the documentary, she was talking about the oil companies. She was like the oil companies wanted that land that the Indians was on so they could pump that oil.
Baby,
they was stealing land. They was canceling everybody who had anything to say positive about Indians. They got that lady out of there, man.
It's like they built the case on them. Pretty much like they do with people that they know that's got a message.
People that speak the truth.
Yeah. They built that case against that lady.
They
got
make them say they crazy. Yeah.
And
try to make them say they're crazy and all that. But they blackballed the lady.
Yeah.
And then she said they finally apologized to her in like 2014 or something. Saying the lady who was interviewing her was like, I'm one of the people who co-signed the letter to get your music took off the radio. That's crazy, dog.
But she's still doing it, y'all. She's still alive.
She's still alive.
And she's still
Buffy Santa Marie. Straight Indian.
Yep.
One that got me though was who you already know.
Oh my goodness, man.
Jimi Hendrix, dog.
Wow.
I didn't know he was Indian.
Me either.
I just thought he was black and white. I thought he was mixed.
Mixed, but I didn't know that.
Yep. Cherokee Indian, black and Scottish.
That blew me out.
When you go back and look at it though, you see it.
Yeah, you do. When they actually show the close up, he used to have and the little fringes coming out.
Yeah.
And his grandmother was the one that kind of inspired his look. She used to have Well, she was a dancer, they say.
Dancer, musician, dancer, musician, like all that. Yeah. Like they knew he had music in him early, man. Early. They showed. I think that was his daddy, right? In the documentary, they showed his daddy talking and young pictures of Jimi Hendrix and all that, man. Yeah, I didn't know he was Indian, man.
Me neither.
But you look at the documentary and like you look at the pictures of him, man, you see it.
You see it clearly.
Clear as day.
His sister, she was on there and she was saying like a lot of the posters and pictures that we see that they show us, it showed Jimmy with dark skin.
Right.
But she was like, he was fair. His skin was fair. And she said they didn't want to show, I don't know if they didn't want to show light on that or what, but that guy is Indian.
Straight
that blew
Indian.
me up.
Yeah. Cherokee Indian.
That blew me up.
Cherokee. Man, hey, they go deep into this documentary, man. Yeah. I definitely felt like I didn't waste my time with this one.
Yeah.
You know some documentaries, dog, they go and take you off the deep end, but I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely really informal. The music, man, like I didn't know the Indian music inspired like that. I knew the African music because you know we talk about that. I knew the inspiration of that, but like I didn't know they was trying to hide the Indian people like that.
Me neither.
That's crazy.
So we kind of got so much in common. But even when they was talking about when they did come over to enslave the Indians and how they took all the men on the ship and left the women,
right?
Dropped them off, picked up the African men, brought them back to the women in India.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, wow, like I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either. I know they experienced a lot of bad stuff, man. Like the African, like the slaves, like us.
Yeah. But
I just like, far as the musical part, I didn't know.
Yeah, me
I didn't know that. But hey, man, listen, y'all got to check this documentary out.
Definitely.
Man. Y'all got to check it out, man. It's called The Rumble: The Indians Who Rocked the World. It's on Netflix. Yeah. We promoting this, boy. We don't own no rights or nothing to it. It's just, if you into music, dog, like you'll like it.
You'll like it.
You'll like it, man. They go deep with it.
Yeah.
So that's it, man.
Yeah.
That is it.
That is it.
So we're gonna end this thing how we always end it. We on the Indian. Criminal. Yeah, it's criminal. It's criminal. It's criminal. We gotta end this since we on the Indian thing. What Indian inspired artist or Indian artist song are you playing loud?
You know, the beginning of that documentary. I rewind the first part of that just to hear
Link Ray.
Wow. I'm gonna play that loud.
You know what that's in? Desperado. It's in Desperado. And I think that's the part with Danny Terrell, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so they
with the knives. I think that's the part where he come on the scene. Does he got Indian in him?
He looked like it.
Cause I know he Mexican, but like he looked like he part of that Mexican Indian.
It might be
Apache or something.
It gotta be something like that.
Cause they not playing that song for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
That Link Ray tough. Cause he look. They got a dude that's kind of like playing Link Ray, in like the. Basically like how they do them like crime scenes, like a reenactment kind of Link Ray walking through the movie and all that. And stuff. He looked like Danny Terrell on that boy too.
And then the Link Ray, I'm trying to think, but I'm sorry, we going back into it a little bit.
Yeah.
But his look was, I think Elvis was inspired the way how he looked.
Definitely.
Because he definitely was like first.
Definitely. Yeah. You know Elvis stole everything.
Yeah.
He stole there, black Indian, all kind of stuff.
Keep it through the window. But definitely, I'll be playing loud that Link Ray.
I'm gonna go Indian inspired. Dang, that's tough.
Slow it down.
Slow it Tampa style. Man, I don't even know, man, because we didn't even find out who all Indian
Right. It's a lot of them.
They hiding.
We don't know they hiding, man. But I know, you know, the one they talked about when they was talking about, what's the song that played in Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's the Come and Get Your Love.
That one.
Yeah. That's the Redbone. Come and Get Your Love. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if I'm playing so many different things. I think I might rock with you with the Link Ray.
Yeah, because that Link Ray, boy.
I'm going to go with the Link Ray. I'm going to play a Tampa style.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, dun, 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 dun. Oh.
And that little, that's in
that
there.
pattern. That's what I'm saying. Like, when he first played it, he playing it on the guitar and tapping at the same time.
Man, that's some talent.
And you know what? You know who else used to do that? We're supposed to be ending it. You know who else used to do that? Is it not Boosie Collins?
George Clinton. Oh, they was in that too, though, y'all.
Don't. The guitar player who played with Al Green.
What his name was?
I forgot his name. He's the tap that you know how that he tapping on the guitar and then he playing.
He might be Indian.
He might be Indian.
Hey, he might be Indian, man. Tell you.
He might be Indian, man.
Anything extra done to something that's only supposed to play one thing,
right?
It's something going on.
Yeah. It's like, bro, it's already here. I might as well do.
That little tap. I live for that too, matter of fact.
So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the dude who played that is Indian. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that.
Me too, dog. Me too. I'm with you.
I'm gonna go with Al Green.
Hey, that's that Cripple song too now.
Yeah. Love and happiness.
Hey, that's so fire. It's got so many breakdowns.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. So, look, we're going to wrap this episode up, man. Listen, y'all go check out The Rumble. It's on Netflix, The Indians Who Rocked the World.
Yeah.
Like, we went over and talked about our hot points on it, but, man, it's deep. It's deep, man. If you're into music and history of music, it's the Africans and it's the Indians.
Yes, sir.
We're responsible for all genres of music,
yes,
dog.
Sir.
Without us, there is no sound.
It's not.
All genres, all them Christmas songs, the Drifters, White Christmas. What's the lady we talked about last time? Santa Baby.
Oh, okay.
That's Catwoman. That's Catwoman.
That's crazy.
What's her name?
The white one.
The Catwoman. That played Catwoman in the Batman show.
Oh, all I know
that
is
played Lady Eloise.
Lady Eloise.
That's Catwoman. Like, dog, black people and Indians responsible for all music, dog. I don't care. Y'all, if we not responsible for them bags and them, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Them English bags, them pipe bags. We don't want that.
We don't want it.
We don't want that.
Don't throw that over there in the counter.
Unless it's in Jump Around. We'll take it on that
That's
one.
about it. Cypress Hill. That's about it. Don't put no more up in there.
But, hey, man, we out this boy, man. Your boy, Jay Solo.
Your girl, Key in the building.
Play It Loud podcast, man. Y'all tune in.
See
we
y'all
out this
next
boy.
time.